Dr. Kaston Anderson Carpenter. I'm an assistant professor of psychology at Michigan State University, and I teach a special topics course in psychology entitled Health Disparities. So the activities that I design using Kritik are all around the final paper that my students are required to develop and submit for grading. And the final paper is a brief literature review and critique of the literature in a chosen health disparity topic. It's a topic they choose themselves. And so I use Kritik to break down the components that lead into the final paper. So the activities include an annotated bibliography, an outline, a draft of the final paper, and of course the final paper. And my students have said that it actually helped them having everything broken down, and it helps me in teaching critical thinking skills because they are able to catch fallacies in logic early on instead of writing the final paper and having the evidence not necessarily support the claims they're making in their products. I was introduced to Kritik actually about a week and a half before the semester started. So it didn't take me very long to learn it. It's pretty self-explanatory. D2L, or desire to learn, I have not found it to be as supportive of engaging students in a dialogue about writing and about providing feedback and critiquing work in a way that is both critical yet motivational. And so when I learned about Kritik, for me, this was an opportunity to teach the skills of how to critique work, how to distill information, how to evaluate the validity of a logical argument, which are skills that students will need when they graduate from college, when they are in their careers. I think it took my students about a week or so to understand Kritik to a point where they could use the platform and submit materials and provide feedback and feedback on feedback. In my experience, at least from what my students have shared with me in class, was that the learning curve was not steep at all. The reaction of my students in adopting Kritik, at first, some of them were really excited, some of them were a little apprehensive because it was new, they had not heard of it, which is to be expected when we think of diffusion of innovation, and some people are early adopters, some take a longer time. But now that we're almost finished with the semester, overall the students have said that using Kritik has really helped them think about how to give feedback in a way that is both critical, but also motivational and helpful. And they have responded that they're better able to receive feedback. These students are really giving the kinds of feedback that I would give. And it actually, in many cases, the students picked up on things that I didn't pick up on the first time when I read them. So throughout this process, it also helped me as an instructor. My conversations with the students, my sense is that they're more than fine with the price of Kritik. Some of them use various platforms where they have to pay at least double the price, on top of textbooks, which can run at least $100, and in addition to other required course fees and course materials. So the fact that Kritik is so inexpensive and so affordable, especially given the opportunities that they have to engage with their peers, given the value that they receive, the students overall noted that it was a very fair price.